these videos if you guys been following me, been looking at Bitcoin, the NQ, and all of that. So anything with that range, that's those blue bars. But there's an update for it, and that's the bar by bar institutional order flow bars. All right, now I do use a text on the chart as well, and I'm gonna try to put some context there for you so you're able to look at the bars and understand the additional colors. And there's an added condition for exhaustion. So I'm gonna go ahead and just show you that. But before doing so, if you don't know how to trade, I do encourage you to come to this channel here. This is my other channel that will teach you how to trade for absolutely nothing. Thousands of dollars worth of information I'm just giving away for free. I've been in this business for a very long time. I want to say this to you. I'm a professional trader, been doing this for a long time. I even show posts that I've done back in 2017. That's down here somewhere. Yeah, back in 2017, you can look at this video here. This is from 2020, so I want to make sure that you understand this is at new highs. Okay, this is that daily back in that 2020 here. Market took the dive. I'll tell you where it's going with no indications. All right, and that's most important. I want to make sure that you understand that. I'm telling them it was going to bounce, and it did, and there's the target, and they're going to hit it. So I want to make sure you understand I am a professional trader, been doing this for a very long time, and I have many years of proof in order to show you just that. I took my company offline, but I am considering putting it back up here only to offer you guys indications. So if you just want some additional help on the chart, I want to provide you that as well. All right, so first off, I want to tell you is the state, okay, this HUD here, it's going to enlarge itself. It colors the background, and that's dealing with the bars, the order flow bars. That's dealing with that. All right, and I'm gonna just let this sit here for a moment to see if we can capture the enlargement of this HUD. All right, so let's just give it a moment here, see if we can get this to work. I'm not a Bitcoin trader. I want to go ahead and tell you that as a disclaimer. I am not a programmer as well, so I'm just putting together some tools, hopefully to help some of you, give them away for $100 if you want them. There is a times and sales ultimate detection ladder that will not come with the suite, nor will this be associated with it, because this is a part of the ultimate detection price ladder. All right, so well, the time and sales, and so I'm taking the heat map, if you will, and being able to apply it to the chart. So if you don't want to have the time and sales enlarged on your chart, you would be able to at least see the patterns that's flowing through it, as well as the heat. So if it's low, it's going to be white. If it's medium, it's yellow, and if it's high intensity, it will be red. Now there's a delta part to it that's not visibly shown here, and I'm not going to include it in the video. These bars do not backplot, so I want to go ahead and tell you that this is the basic pro version from the video I just showed you there. So if you come back, let's see, can I grab that for you really quickly here? If you come back to the channel here, this the basic pro version that you're seeing on the 60 range here. I'm going to show it to you here on the 1 minute, but I'm going to enlarge the bars. All right, so I want to go ahead and tell you that. I doubt that they can hit that state here. I'm going to be honest with you. I doubt that that's going to happen. So I'm having it on the 60 range. There we go. All right, so that's what we're looking for, the enlargement of the actual window here. And again, it can flash the background. You can turn the flash off on the background. You can turn the flash off here. All right, so it's not something you're stuck with. It does come pre-configured, so you can just add this straight away to the chart with these additional HUDs here, and it'll provide you some more context. The faster one is below, and then the slower one is above. All right, and again, you can apply that to your 1 minute. All right, now that's that. Let me just get out of this, because now that you've seen that, that's all that you need. All right, and again, this particular feature does not come with the suite, but there's 3 other time and sales that actually do. I want to go ahead and make sure I tell you that there's 3 other version: a large trade tracker, the professional version, and then there's the standard one. And I want to make sure you know that they are powerful. All right, they are powerful. You're more than welcome to come and take a look at these videos here, and you'll see just that they're everywhere. All right, so all you got to do is take a look. All right, so that was an update as well. All right, so make sure you do that. But this bigger one here, that's an additional $150 on top of the 100, so you'll have to pay 250, and it's not available for updates. All right, so if you're already in possession of the suite and you want that addition, you're going to have to incur that 250 cost in order to achieve it. All right, so I just want to say that to you. That's not a part of it. All right, and that, again, that comes with this, so that way you have a little bit of flexibility. This is out of the box. I did not customize it to fit this market, so you're just seeing institution, iceberg, whales. You're seeing all of that, and you're just going to have to adjust it to your liking. I want to make sure I say that to you. The ranges, if you're wondering what's going on with these, there's three additional ranges that's accompanied with this indicator. So it's only one indicator. You get the indicator on your chart. You hit the button. You can get three more on your chart as well. You can select them, turn off the profile, the POC, all of that. All right. So these are the legacy zones. All right. So I have four different zones as well. So I just want to tell you that a lot of indicators, just a lot of them. Take a look at the list. That's all I can tell you. I don't want to go through all of that here. Volume benchmark institutional text. We got the volume as well. Okay, now this is vertical. I do have it for horizontal, I believe. Have it for horizontal, but definitely vertical here. If you want to know what the volume of the bar, you don't have to run them both. You can just choose one or the other. I put it up here just so you can see it. This is another addition that I did add to the suite. I also have one for the position building one. Now the behavior of this one is of course more frequent, and you'll notice in most cases when that red comes on, they're picking it up. You can pretty much bet that that's almost the case most of the time. The key thing is you don't want them to go behind the bar. I'm not going to teach you how to trade this stuff. I'm not going to do that, but I just want to go ahead and kind of give you some context while looking at these additional colors. All right, because there's quite a few colors. The first one had some versatility to it, but it wasn't as frequent. So when you looked at the videos, you're primarily seeing just the blue. I only need candles. I don't care if it's blue. I don't care if they're gray. It means nothing to me. And if you go to futures trading, it would mean nothing to you as well. It's all about the movement. All right. But if you want to add some context to all of this information, I know the volume benchmark institution is a favorite amongst many. And so this is something, again, with the text, I made it a little lighter up here just so it can stand out against the bars here. But that's the volume benchmark institution. Just think in terms of larger activity. All right, larger activity, and you'll see most of the time it's pretty frequent with the color bars unless they're getting it going. All right, so I'm gonna just scroll through this a couple frames, allow you to see it, and again, try to keep in mind the position building one just to add a little bit more context to you while you're looking at this information. If you're seeing several of them back to back, you pretty much may have a problem on your hands, and they should keep going. However, I want to go ahead and tell you, yes, that one down at the bottom, the position building one, oftentimes if you see it fire off, there's an imminent rotation. If not the very next bar, just hold on. It's a good chance it may do that. So it doesn't have to reverse the market. I want to tell you that. I know a lot of you may want to counter the market. I try to teach people against that because whenever you have a trend, they're going the trend distance in most cases. All right, it's like you and I. Whenever you have a thought, you have the end in mind. All right, so I just want to kind of keep that in focus for you. All right, so that's the additions. Again, just to run it back at you just one more time to make sure you absolutely understand it. We have the HUD here, okay, providing you just a tad bit more information, a little bit more responsiveness. You can pair that with the ladder. Okay, this is that ladder that I've been putting in the videos, and it has you can track several bars. Okay, you can let it track 4, 5, 15, whatever many bars you want. It will keep up the volume with it, the bid ask volume and all of that. I turned it off. But yeah, you can kind of just gel it together. You see the background light up. You see the ladder turn red or green. Just try to time yourself into it. That's all this is. It's just some information to better help you have clarity about taking your position. I wish you all the best with your trading. Take care.